Hello, my crafty peeps. It's Cheyenne from ecdesignstudios.com. So I'm doing something a little different today. I'm doing a voiceover because I have a new microphone and it's pink and I love it and I'm so happy. So now on to today's actual product. I'm going to be featuring the Inside the Lines Designer Series paper. It is a wonderful paper, comes in a 12 by 12 format with a few different designs. I'm going to show you those in a minute. Now these are a celebration item and celebration ends on March 31st. So if you want to get these, you got to get your orders of $50 in soon. So for every $50 you spend, you get to pick one item from the celebration brochure. It's a really great deal and everyone should just jump on it because there's some wonderful celebration items. So we're also going to be using the Sweet Sentiments stamp set from the Occasions catalog. These sweet stamps, they're fantastic because they are meant to show a little bit of something from every sweet in the catalog. I don't know what block that is, but it'll be in the description bar. We're going to be using Sweet Sugarplum from the In Colors 2016 to 2018. Watercolor pencils. Love these. They are fantastic. And we're going to be using with a blender pen because I love the blender pen on cardstock. It just is wonderful. Now we've got a piece of Pink Pirouette. It is cut at not 4 1/4. It's scored at 4 1/4. It's cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And a piece of Whisper White. It's 2 inches by 4 inches. And we're going to be using the triple banner punch with the Whisper White cardstock to make a nice little banner for our sentiment. We're also going to need our adhesives, our dimensionals, and our SNAIL. I use these in most of my videos. They're pretty wonderful. All right, so first thing we're going to do is get our stamping done. Now, you're going to see I'm going to make a mistake, and I decided to go ahead and keep it in so that you can see that, it's okay. We make mistakes. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get my Whisper White cardstock bannered up. So you just slide it into the guides. With the triple banner punch, you can cut 1 inch, 1 1/2, and 2 inch widths. It's got those 3 different guides on it, and you can banner them up, and they're gorgeous. So I'm taking the Sweet Sugarplum, inking up my ink, or my stamp pad, and I am just going to stamp it down. And then I'm going to realize I should have used the Stamp-A-Majig because then I could have gotten some perfect placement. But I thought, hey, I'm going to save a little time and not use it. Well, I end up restamping it, and it probably took about as much time as if I did actually use the Stamp-A-Majig. And I would have gotten perfect placement. And if I needed to restamp, it's okay because it's all like there. I could restamp it again and again and again if I wanted to get the coverage that I wanted, but I didn't. So I'm going to end up flipping it over and, doing it again because I'm just not happy with it. So there I am trying to get it to line up perfectly. I'm using my finger to kind of, get an idea for the bottom of it. Yeah, should have just grabbed the Stamp-A-Majig, but it's okay. It's still cute. I like how it is. It's, kind of a sentiment that's not perfectly straight anyway, so it works. And then I decide I cannot leave this just white. It needs more Sweet Sugarplum. So I'm going to take that sentiment bannered piece and I'm going to just run it along the raised edge of the stamp pad. This is a wonderful way to use that edge. It's perfect for doing this, and the corners, you can get right up in the corner of that banner, which is so hard to do on some of these. And then I decide it needs more. So just take and hold your stamp pad over, about a 45-degree angle, and that's going to get just a little bit more ink on the edges. And then I realize I need more. So I'm, lessening that, maybe more of a, 30-degree angle. And that's going to get more ink on the front. And it's going to be more distressed and, just, worried and splotchy. And that's okay. That's what I wanted. That's what I was going for. All right. So that's done. We're putting everything away. Now on to the next step. So now that we're done with our stamping, it's time to cut out the piece that we're going to need from our 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Now I'm using the Stampin' Trimmer for this, and I love my Stampin' trimmer. Like, I've tried a lot of trimmers, and this one I think I'm going to just keep coming back to. You can cut, you can score. It's got a really wide base. I never feel like it's flimsy or floppy. Like, I'm going to get a straight line from this every single time I use it, and I love that. So I'm cutting this piece at 4 by 5 1/4, and don't be afraid to like cut where you need it to be. Like, I wanted the bee and I wanted that flower on the bottom, and that's what I went for. And I would have, cut and possibly wasted some of the paper to get the images that I wanted. So now I'm just taking my watercolor pencils and I'm just coloring it all in and just having fun coloring it. I'm putting down more color where I want it to be darkest, so where it would be a shadow, and I'm just lifting up on the pressure and just kind of, letting it be nice and soft but still have some dimension to it. It's fun. It's fun, but yeah, just do what feels good. Coloring's therapeutic. It's not stressful. And here I am coloring this little poppy flower. I don't know if it's actually a poppy, but it looks like it. But I've been watching a lot of Emerald City lately. Have you guys seen that show? It's pretty awesome. And Vincent D'Onofrio as the wizard, he's just wonderful. Love him. He is such an underrated actor. I mean, he's got some acting chops. So here we've got, some of the green going. Now I'm going to do something a little different with my greenery. I'm going to add a little bit of blue to it to add the extra depth to it. I didn't want to go with gray or black or brown. I still wanted it to be kind of light and bright. So I opted for just a wee little bit of blue, and I think it turned out pretty wonderfully. You can jump on my blue flower movement too. Well, it's not just me. I'm noticing like other artists are also adding blue to their greenery. So once you get everything colored, it's time to get out that blender pen and you're just going to go over everything with the blender pen. That's all there is to it. Have a scratch sheet of paper beside you because you're going to want to color until it's clear so that you're cleaning off that nib so you're not getting muddy colors. And it's just so much fun to watch the watercolor pencils just melt into each other. Hey, look at that. It's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And you get this beautiful watercolor effect with very little effort, really. And if you want to go back and add more color, like you think it needs a little more in places, you can totally do that. This is a very buildable medium. You can just keep adding watercolor pencil till you're happy with what it's doing. Or you can add more if you missed areas. I mean, that's okay too. Just have fun. Just have fun. You're never done coloring till. And once you are finally done coloring, you need to add a little bit of Wink of Stella. So make sure you shake those up good. I'm dotting some of the gold Wink of Stella on the center of the flowers, and I'm going to add the clear to the flowers and the wings of the bumblebee, and it's just going to be pretty, pretty. Look at that shimmer and shine. It's so gorgeous. And it's so gorgeous in person. And then, of course, we're going to have to ink up the edges of this just like we inked up our sentiment. So I'm just direct to paper, right on the edges there, doing a little bit over the top just to add a little bit. I'm not going as far on the top of it as I did with the sentiment, but just giving that little bit of Sweet Sugarplum. Sweet Sugarplum is really a color I didn't really care for it at first, but it's really grown on me and I love it. And now it's time to start kind of getting an idea of how we're going to be putting together this card. So I'm going to grab all of my little bits and bobbles and I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to think about putting this on, and then I'm going to look at it and say, hold on, we need a little something more to this. We need another celebration item. We need some of the metallic ribbon, don't we? Yes, yes. So I am just grabbing the gold ribbon, and we are going to use this on this card. And again, this is while supplies last during celebration. So if you need this ribbon in your life, it comes in the silver and gold together as a duo. March 31st. You have until then to get it. This is some gorgeous stuff here. Gorgeous. So go ahead and pop that onto your card, and I'm going to place it so that it's going to kind of be you know, around about the bottom of where my sentiment is. So, you know, go ahead and, you know, eyeball your placement, kind of get a feel for it. You know, I kind of think, oh, maybe it's going to go underneath it. And then I'm like, no, then not enough of it's showing. So it's going to go over top, and it's going to be cute, and it really is, and it's wonderful, and I love it. Little extra shimmer, shimmer, shine. I'm just using the cheater method here. And what that means is I'm using regular old like Scotch tape to adhere the ends of the ribbon to the back of the card, because no one's going to see it, and it's so easy to do it this way. It really is the simplest way to go about this. All right, so once we've got all of that adhered, then we can put it onto our Pink Pirouette card front. Doesn't that look pretty? Like all these colors, they're just so gorgeous together. And push it down nice and good, and now let's get some dimensionals on the back of our banner piece, and we're going to pop that on. So one thing I will say, when you are putting your ribbon on, leave a little give so that you can slide in the dimensional banner underneath it, so it's not all the way to the paper. You can see I can just slide that in right there and have it be nice and pretty. And then I decide there needs to be more. So I grab the Elegant Butterfly Punch. I'm pretty sure it's the Elegant Butterfly Punch. And a piece of Blushing Bride glimmer paper. Are you ready for this? It's just so gorgeous. And there's also glimmer paper in the Sale-a-bration brochure too. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Like mint macaron. Let's see what else is in there. They're just gorgeous colors. Sweet Sugarplum is actually in the glimmer paper. So anyway, I start out by, you know, punching out the big butterfly, and I decide, all right, that's a little too much. It's too big. I know I'm going to attach it with a mini glue dot, but it's too much. It's too much butterfly. It's not going to fit on the front of my card. I'm telling you this. Why are you continuing to put the mini glue dot there? Put down the butterfly and go and get out the bitty butterfly punch. That's what we're wanting. That's what's going to fit. But, you know, sometimes you have to do a little trial and error. And if it was a card that I was going to give someone, I wouldn't mind it, you know, hanging over the edge like that. But this is probably going to go into an envelope. So I need to actually, you know, just get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's not going to work. I know it's not. This is the future you. I'm telling you, it won't work. So now finally I'm making that realization that, all right, I need the smaller punch. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And oh, I love it. I love it. So glimmer paper. I'm like, I've got it in my hand here, and I'm actually watching it more than I'm actually watching the video. So I might miss some commentary, but that's okay, because I'm mesmerized by the shimmer glittery goodness of this glimmer paper. All right, so there's that bitty butterfly on there. Doesn't that look, it tops it off. It tops it off, it makes it complete. Things that you could do in addition is to add some of the rhinestones or the pearl basics, or you can just leave it like this. That's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. Remember, a list of the products I used can be found in the description bar below, along with links to the coordinating blog post and my online store that you can shop at 24/7. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The links to those are in the description bar. I'm doing Facebook Live on Fridays around 6 o'clock, and my kiddo's there with me, and we craft together, and it's a lot of fun, so feel free to come on over and join us. Remember, if you want to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, that this is the month to do it, because in addition to your regular starter kit, which is $125 worth of products, your choice of what products goes into it, you pay $99 for that. You are also going to get to choose 2 additional stamp sets, and that's a huge value. So if you're looking to join up and you want to join my team, I would love to have you. We're going to have a lot of fun, and it's just a great experience. Overall, it's a fun time. Go ahead and contact me if you have any questions, or you can head on over to my website and join the fun. You can just, you know, click on that, the ecdesignstudios.stampinup.net link. But all right, that's it for today. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.